Your friends don't watch your YouTube channel, but that's okay because that's not what you need them for in your life. Today's video is going to talk about the power of friendship and how, as we age, it is important to have a good group of friends as your support network, as your community, and mostly just for a place to have fun. So, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mimi. If you're just joining me for the first time, thanks for coming. And if you've been here before, I do appreciate you tuning in again. So a couple of weeks ago, or about 2 months ago, I was just kind of feeling sort of bad about a couple of things. I have posted a video previously that I had lost my job about 8 months ago, and I was on the verge of getting a new job, which I subsequently got. But before that was confirmed, I just kind of got to a really dark and sad place. I was concerned that if I didn't get this new job, then I was going to have to start from the beginning, and I wasn't really looking forward to that option. And so I just really needed to vent, and I just needed to talk to somebody. And sometimes your husband or your partner they're just not going to cut it. And so I reached out to a group of friends that I had, and I texted them all. And what I said to them was that I needed 8 minutes. And so there's a little history behind that statement. There is a person that I follow on YouTube, on Instagram, his name is Simon Sinek. And I'm going to put a link to his YouTube page below. But he's a motivational speaker, and he's gives great advice, especially if you are in the workplace, on being a good leader and leadership. So he put a post up about a situation that he had with a friend. She had reached out to him. He didn't respond. Evidently, there's a piece of information that says if you're feeling like you need to talk to somebody, honestly, if you just have 8 minutes to do that, you'll start to feel better just with an 8-minute conversation. So they had devised this message between each other that said, I need 8 minutes. That was their signal that one of them, just kind of needed some time. And so I told my friends about that. And so now we use that term, I need 8 minutes. And let me tell you, they came rushing. They were all, I'm available. And, we got together, we had lunch a couple of days later, and I just felt so much better. I had needed a place to vent and to talk about what was bothering me and what I was concerned about. And they were just there. They were just there to listen. Some of them kind of understood, had a familiar experience. So you need to reach out to your friends. That is what they are there for. So, I do joke with my friends, and sometimes they'll say something or they'll ask me something, and I'll say, well, if you had watched my YouTube video on travel or packing or whatever it is, you would already know that. And so it's such a dead giveaway that they're not watching. And in the beginning, I was like, my friends aren't even watching. But you know what? That's okay. So I'm here to tell you, if your friends don't watch your YouTube channel, that's okay, because they are here for other things. And so when I reached out to my friends when I needed them, it wasn't about them watching my YouTube channel. It was about them being there, just being there for me, spending an hour or two with me, just listening to me. That's what we need our friends for. And I mean, yes, we also need them. They're fantastic to go out to dinner with, or go to lunch with, or grab a cup of coffee. Or in my case, I have a group of friends that we travel together. Every year we go on some sort of little mini vacation, sometimes a week, but we spend that time together, and we celebrate each other, and we acknowledge each other. And as we age, that is really, really important. I mean, we need those bonds. We need those connections. And morbid as this may sound, my 85-year-old mom often says, I need young friends. I need friends that are younger than me, because frankly, as I get older, my friends are dying. So I know that sounds really bad, but it's true, right? So it's important to surround yourself with, your really close, good friends. Maybe you've been friends for a really long time, and that group of friends sits over here. But I do have younger friends. I've cultivated some friendships with some people that I've worked with in the past who are considerably younger than I am. And that those friendships, while they are not, as close or as tight as my long-term friends, they do serve a purpose. First of all, they keep me young, I must say. But it's a place for me that even beyond the friendship, maybe there's also a form of mentorship there for me as well, which I think is important. I've been in the workforce a long time, and I have some things to contribute to some coworkers of mine, especially female coworkers. So, it's important to just have little pockets of friends. And I have friends that we're all planning on maybe retiring around the same age, and maybe we're actually thinking of possibly relocating. So we sort of gather information together and share it with each other. Here, I visited there. I think this might fit your bill. I know you're looking for this or that. So there's a lot of information to be shared, but mostly there's hopefully just a lot of laughs and camaraderie and just really good times. So don't devalue the power and the positivity that friendship has in your life. So seek out your friends, call a friend. It doesn't have to be an elaborate 2-hour, it doesn't have to go out to dinner, just to maybe grab a cup of coffee. That can always be a good thing. And you both walk away, feeling better. So spend time with your friends. Don't worry about if they watch your YouTube channel or not. Just have them in your life. They serve a great, great purpose of giving you all, comfort and joy and community and companionship, and hopefully just really, really a lot of laughter. So on that note, if you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. If you do want to know, if you haven't watched that video about how I lost my job and all that entailed, I'm going to post it up here. You can link onto that one next if you're interested. And meanwhile, just go out there and celebrate with your friends and have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.